Hello guys, and welcome to a quick tip tutorial. So somebody asked me about this, so I'm going to be addressing it. We're going to be talking about edge creases in Blender. So say for example you were working on an object, and for this I'll just use a cube as an example, right? And you want to smooth out certain parts of this cube. So you go ahead and you add in a subdivision surface modifier, and that's all good, but it adds it to everything. Now what if you wanted it to only apply to certain faces or certain edges, but you didn't want it to affect certain edges or faces as much? So what you can do is you can go either to face select or edge select, whatever you want. So say for example I just wanted to do these two edges here. So I'm going to just, for example, select these two edges here. I don't want them to be affected as much by the subdivision surface modifier. What you can do is you can hit Shift and E, so Shift E, and then you can drag, and what you can do is add what's called a weight or a bevel weight. Another way you can do it is to go Control E, and you can go down here to Edge Crease. So it's called an Edge Crease, and the shortcut for it is Shift E. Now you can also, like I said, go to Face Select. Say for example I want to do this whole face here. I can select this face, I can go Shift E, and I can drag this, and that's going to create this edge crease to all of these here. So for example I could be modeling a bullet. So I want this end here to be pointy, so I extrude it down, but I don't want it to be here at the back, so I went and I added in the edge crease, right? So this can be really useful. Maybe you wanted it to be a little bit more sharp here on the sides, so you can go Shift E and add in an edge crease. And this can be really useful for modeling, especially when you're doing stuff like hard surface modeling, but you wanted to add a subdivision surface modifier to it. I use this all the time when I'm doing stuff, and it can really also, it's really good for low poly modeling because you might not want to add in a whole bunch of loops and geometry to get that same sort of effect. So usually, if we didn't do this, we might come in here, go Control R and add in loop cuts and stuff. So this is also another alternative to doing that. I hope you guys found this useful. If you did, please subscribe and like, and check out some of my other content. I don't usually do stuff like this. I do more like full-fledged tutorials, but I thought I'd do a little quick tip tutorial because somebody asked about it. I hope it's been useful. I'll see you guys later for another tutorial.